Well, last week we looked at a smaller bot, so this week we're gonna look at another smaller bot, just so I can keep this little small train going. This time we're looking at a repaint, not out of an Energon figure, but out of a Cybertron figure. Here we have Autobot Strongarm. Now, first things first, I do like to point out he is from the Cybertron line, and one thing I had to complain about the Cybertron line is that they never had or barely had any storage for the Cyber Key outside of the activation gimmick. He's one of the few ones that actually stored it in a convenient way, where it was actually attached to his gun, and I like that. I really like that a lot. Now, the first things first is that most of the keys that they used for the repaints for the Cybertron line were pretty much the same old, same colors. But the thing is, this is an Autobot, right? This is the Decepticon key that's used by like Starscream and Megatron, and of course, since they didn't really remold it, there is a shh, don't talk about it. There's a Decepticon symbol in there. Shh. But anyway, it goes with the gimmick of this is a S7 vehicle. I think this is another one of those decoy vehicles where it was converted not a accident, into what it is today. It's supposed to be a truck tow line thing. I mean, it's got a little tow truck right there. You know, rolls really nice. And overall, as a nice little tight little package, just like Strongarm was last week. He's actually really good too. Oh, I forgot to say this is Armorhide. Woohoo! Anyway, let's go ahead and check out his gimmick. Hopefully the backdrop doesn't fall. Now, he has a neat little gimmick. It's right there, and when you press down on it, it'll make this come out, and boom! Missiles out of nowhere. Guaranteed to tell you that no one's driving, because there's no way these things can launch and this truck can run at the same time. Now, he can somewhat still roll. Yeah, he's actually not bad. He can still roll with that activated. It is kind of tough to put it in there because it's like literally just flat against the bed. Oh, there we go. And it not only just flips this down, but also pushes the missiles out forward too. And just like Strongarm and the couple guys before him, this guy is featured in the comics, but this one actually has a little bit weirder, where he uses this mold in the comics for the first movie. But the second movie, he gets a deluxe repaint for using one of the S7 actual vehicles that you see in the first two movies. So you can say he starts off like this and then gets an upgrade. And he looks oddly familiar. He kind of looks like a mini version of Galvatron from movie 4. Inspiration, maybe? Don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to transformation, because this guy is super simple. You thought Armorhide was simple? No. This guy's even simpler. Boom. Boop. Boop. Take the arms. Now you have to be careful with the arms because they are on actual double joints. So you gotta kind of do it halfway. Like that. Do that. Turn that arm around. Oh no, this one wants to behave, of course. Of course, well, we should. And pop the head up. And boom! Little mini Armorhide. Now you can definitely see why they even use this mold later down the line as a huffer repaint for Generations. And you can definitely see that. And actually, if it wasn't for that actual new mold, or that repaint mold of Optimus Prime, I would actually use this as a huffer. But he can't hold his weapon. And now, and one of the cooler parts is that no matter which way you go, this is one of the few key gimmicks that does this. But no matter which way you go, come on. The gimmick still activates, which is really cool. And it's a nice little touch, especially how he has to turn upside down to do it. Which, if I remember correctly, it's more pressure than it is an actual like locking mechanism, because I don't feel the actual click of the knob actually locking into something. Anyway, but he's a nifty little guy, but articulation is actually is mostly decent too. I mean, somewhat limited ball joint on the shoulder, ball joint at the elbow, so you know he has some range on that elbow. Ball jointed thighs, way more than 90-degree at the knees. Oh, and his waist does this. It doesn't want to lock in, so sometimes when you're moving it, it will move back. I don't know if it's just mine or what. But anyway, nifty little guy. I really can't complain. I really have not hit the bad fan for this guy. I mean, for this line yet. I think that was mostly Revenge of the Fallen, where it was like, oh dear God, get this away from me. Blazemaster, one I reviewed years and years ago after it came out. Primo example of how I just hated that thing. But mostly this line's been mostly having some hitters. Yeah, I mean, every single figure I can recommend, especially these limited figures. Like I said, $5 in a lot, or like maybe $5 shipping for these guys. Because I mean, look at this guy. This guy is not big at all. You can literally toss this guy in an envelope wrapped up in some bubble wrap, and he'd be in here in 2 days. You know, $5 plus in shipping. And the past two guys I've been talking about are very common as well. And believe it or not, this whole line is actually very common. It only has the only rare ones are the canceled line from Target and the few repaints that were out there. Like there's a Bone Crusher that's 30, and there's also some of the leaders. Leader Megatrons is pretty much kept his price, but Brawl. Both versions of Brawl are a nightmare right now. But anyway, to Armorhide, this dude, yeah, really nice figure. I'm another one of those figures I really wish I could have gotten when it first came out. But as one of my favorite reviewers pointed out, a repaint like this is a great way for a person like me to get their hands on this mold. Anyway, guys, if you can, pick them up. Other than that, I'll see you guys next Monday. For this time around, I don't know what's going to happen. You just have to tune in and find out. I'll catch you guys later.